I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
We are going to have Complexity, hopefully, giving us a similar performance, maybe one better, Jason, because they gave Navi a run on Edge.
Before we get into the game, Matt, would you rather play with an inverted mouse or a racing wheel?
Oh, I play, so we just talked about this a little bit. I like what you did here. I play inverted on controller because I was too young to know the difference and just got used to it. Racing wheel, obviously. No question.
Okay.
I'd probably be better than I am with a regular mouse. Are you kidding me?
Think you'd be better with the racing wheel or the inverted mouse?
No, I'd be better with a racing wheel than a normal mouse. It doesn't say much, but
no,
still.
That's true. It's a low bar. It's all good. Here we go. Pisteron is live. Remember, too, EG gave Navi a bit of a run for the money on this map yesterday as well. So despite Navi picking it, this has they have shown a little bit of shakiness. Smoke and Flash left in T spawn for the moment. Xbox Smoke, flashbang from the CT side. Grim's going to go for a peek. Simple wants that peek because he's got the P250. He was hiding, listening for that sound cue. Second flash used from JT a little bit early, but Grim's going to win the battle anyways. Not blind, and Perfecto hunts down Fang, trying to set up some kind of a mid-crunch, a mid-trap. And it goes 1 for 1.
Uno for uno. Electronic inside of the pit, already trying to do damage up towards CT. That's going to put JT in an awkward position, but he seemingly didn't get the memo because he's got a lovely shot up over the ledge, and Junior does the same. But a bit and head trick do converge for 2, and now have it back to that many on either side. Well, we go down in the favor of Navi, although they're stacked on the side. Bit of an awkward position. Smoke toward Cat. They'll hopefully get one back onto the ramp, potentially. I don't think they have any knowledge as to where they both are. One's dropped down as well into CT, but together they will win at least one more battle to allow it to be just Floppy trying to rotate around. And at this point, he has to consider that both are there. Both are on the platform. He's going to see both of them, but at the same time, it's too much for him to handle, and Bit wins out the round for Navi.
Yeah, great call for Navi. They don't know where the second player is. Just double swing, double peek that A ramp. You know, nobody else was coming through that smoke on Catwalk. 1-0 for Navi. They get out to a good start despite losing Simple first. Yeah, this is JT sticking around for this fight because he's providing support over to Junior at Car, who won the battle at Long and was transferring back towards Catwalk to try and double up on that fight. Just doesn't go their direction, doesn't go their way. Eagles and a scout on Junior for Complexity's defense. No presence out towards long. 3 players on Catwalk. Grim with a flashbang. That scout is in middle, and Fang is going to be holding onto the B bomb site.
Flash goes all the way down inside of the tunnels, thrown out for bits clear. He has done that. Whose eyes do you think that was on the graphic on that MAC-10?
I don't know. It's a really good question.
I think it's Christy Turkington in like 1997.
Okay. Very specific.
Sorry.
Very
It's
specific.
definitely not. Like, I've just come up with something. Maybe you knew the.
Oh, he sees the gun barrel. He sees the gun barrel. They both do, obviously, and they're just like, okay, he's not looking this way. We'll just walk across. Gonna be a bit of a surprise, I think, for poor old Grim, who's just kind of coming back into it. Not a sound was made for Navi during that whole march up long, and Complexity is caught completely unawares. We should start to see a bit, I think, falling back from the B tunnels. Falling out of Upper Dark. Maybe he just wants to stay and get some of the exits, but he's going to be trapped here in a second. Actually, he's going to push forward. However, Complexity's not going for this at all. At least he has that information.
God.
It's all good. Doesn't get anything.
I just want to point out that AK that we saw spamming toward Catwalk in the hands of Simple. If I'm not mistaken, there it is. The iBuy power stickers right now on their own, and that's a holo, is worth like 4,500, and the Titan stickers are worth like 8 grand, if I'm not mistaken.
It's blinged out.
I don't know skins that well, but I have iBuy Power and Complexity stickers from back in the day on my skins, and everyone gives me caca for why is it on the gun? Why aren't you selling it? Why aren't you getting rid of those? Like, you took the value out of them. I don't care, but I found it ridiculous that those stickers are worth that now.
I bet you'd care if you still had them off the gun.
No, I might just sell them on the gun. Want to buy them?
No, I'm good.
Oh, it's funding for my new computer.
I use old school skins, Matt.
What, just blank?
Yeah, although I opened some cases and I attached a few on there. Yeah, just a big green gun. Where were we before skins? It's a classic. All right. Navi going for a second round B rush. I like it. Flashbangs out, utility into the site. JT trapped behind the doubles. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll give him it. Blind, 1 dig onto electronic, which is really unfortunate, but that's not enough to give Complexity any confidence to turn this round in their favor. Grim's gonna go for a bit of a peek, see if he can get something else.
Apparently I'm wrong. It's 50K for the Titan stickers.
Oh, well, yeah, you were very wrong,
That's
actually.
very wrong.
Yeah, that's extremely wrong.
$150,000 worth of stickers on that gun alone. That's pretty nuts.
We take that. Ooh! $150,000 headshot there on a floppy.
I mean, to me, they're worth nothing, just like NFTs. So, whatever. Maybe I'll buy them with crypto, because then it all goes full circle.
You're gonna have an epic battle against NFTs. It's you versus
Henry G.
Fair play. 3-0 for Navi, out to a good start. Double op setup on Junior and Fang for Complexity's defense to get things kicked off in the gun rounds. Long control. Oh, great swing down from Simple over the flames. Floppy gets knocked out of the fight early. Junior looking for the equalizer on Catwalk. I don't think Bit's gonna give it to him. Electronic boosted up just so he can watch for pushes, which might be a beautiful position considering it's a 5-on-4. Sometimes those long players get a little bit cheeky, try and find a timing where they don't feel any pressure, don't feel any presence. I think Junior's been spotted, but Simple surely would swing after head trick. There's the flashbang out. There's the peek from Simple, and he's got it. Junior sticks around just a bit too long. Ambitious to find the equalizing kill. And yep, just as I mentioned, Grim's doing his best to find a play that he can make to bring this round back, or make it at least winnable or doable, and gets punished instead. JT at railing with everything to do. Ooh.
That's pretty good.
He's having himself a game today. Triple kill for JT into a 2-on-2. One more would be something special, but Bit's got him.
He just barely overstepped the mark. Didn't know Bit went that far. That was a headshot position that could have worked out. You're absolutely right.
Interesting to note, Headtrick, as he was the one swinging wide out of Catwalk, had a Molotov that he could have used inside the bomb site to flush JT out and force him into an uncomfortable fight. Chose not to use it, just going for the heads-up duel. Gets dropped.
And you go back to last game as well, where he didn't clear the corner all the way. Look, I think the kid's done great as a stand-in. He's definitely showing off aim. He's holding his own, doing great for NAVI in this situation. Obviously, they have a chance to go 3-0 with this game today.
But there's little things like that, little details that maybe could be refined.
Well, also, you never know if he was being like a little micromanaged by a teammate, right? Like kind of like calling out to the rookie, like since they don't exactly, he's not fully incorporated, just saying, hey, like instructing him to go, and he just like, you know, chooses to follow the instructions rather than play the game that he wants to play.
Yeah, there is that, I think, that mentality when you step into a team as well, because you play it your way and it goes wrong and you get blamed. But if you just do what they say, if it goes wrong, at least you did what they said, right? You can just say, well, I did what you told me. And it kind of like takes pressure off yourself in that sense. Don't have to overanalyze that too much. JT, good shots, as you say. And nearly the last, but Bit coming around manages to hit the headshot on the AK instead. So 4-0 for NAVI, but that was the best round yet for Complexity, hands down.
Okay.
I didn't know which he was going to fire at. There was a few targets jumping back and forth there for Simple.
He's going to take a shot at the one he's going to hit. I like this from Fang.
I do, but it's so ambitious being the solo op.
Yeah, taking a risk, and also putting the op in a position where it can't be recovered as well, but you got to admire the pluck.
He needs the support right now behind him from Junior, because if they come out from underpass, he is done for. The lower tunnel's position. Oh, he scoped in. Did he hear it? No. When he gets Simple down, wants to run away, they're going to be busy and occupied because Grim's pushing into the tunnels. So Fang's actually going to get that op out. This has worked out quite well for them, actually. And he's already pinching tunnels. The problem is Bomb's not on that side of the map. Bomb could still go toward A. So they think they're one step ahead in this situation, and that Fang's going to lock them in. It's not going to happen quite as easily as that.
No, it's not, but NAVI know they have so much time on the clock. Yeah, they're split 2-2, but look how much pressure they're putting on the B bomb site. At the moment, the comms for Complexity are they've taken B. They've taken B. They know Fang dropped the bomb earlier with that peek because he spots it out on radar. So they're thinking someone's picking it up to bring it all the way back to the other bomb site. Now the question becomes, does NAVI have the courage to just cross long without any kind of indication, without any noise, any smokes whatsoever? Starting to run just now. 2-2 split. Complexity just need to find a way to work together, and it's not going to happen. They're getting peeled apart and spread thin. Nicely done from NAVI. There's the op hitting the deck. Junior's got to try and grab that and bail out, but it's not going to happen. Bit doesn't even bother reloading. Steps forward, gets a second. It's 5-0. Double op set up again for Complexity.
So Electronic showing off some form again, yeah. A bit slower pace to this than what we saw in the opening rounds of Ancient. Update on that skin, Jason. Apparently the base AK, because it's all blue, is also worth 30K. So now we're upwards of like 190K for that AK.
That's fun.
It's kind of crazy, because we used to think the Dragon Lore was so expensive at $2,000.
It all started with Team Fortress hats.
It all started with kids getting a hold of credit cards they shouldn't have had. And inflating the prices. Team Fortress is awesome, by the way. Don't knock it. Actually,
I love Team Fortress.
That game. What a game. Junior, this time being in a slightly forward stance free kill, easily takes down Headtrick. He does have to go back through the flames, but he manages to do so before Bit arrives. That's a lovely shot to turn around and find Grim on the edge of the smoke. And here comes Electronic up long. They want to use the elevator, but it might be out of order because it needs electricity, and they apparently pressed the right button because Fang finds him walking out.
Yeah, good heads up from Fang, getting boosted up and also being prepared for that kind of a peak. Electronic was silent the whole way. That's a very powerful lurk that Complexity handles well. Floppy on top of the boxes. The only B defender. Bit is going to push out mid. Can't handle the rotation. Can't handle the support player. Perfecto needs to... giving away his game. Giving away his position. Simple's got it. Simple's got a chance. 1 versus 3 up in the B bomb site. We know how doable this is. We've seen it plenty of times before.
Bomb to go down. Simple. With accuracy so fine, he could hit a pimple, but he's going to have to find 3 to pop in this round. 2 ops against him. 3 ops of the 4 players left alive. They know exactly where he is now as he pre-fires to the door. Can't hit the second, and I think he's out of time. Fang's gonna get the angle on him behind. And finally, Complexity get on the board 5-1.
Look, they continue having really good retakes. Remember, when you go back to Ancient, they were phenomenal in that aspect of the game in terms of retaking bomb sites. I think they won like 6 of 7 or 5 of 7, something like that across the second half of the map. Another one here. Yeah, granted, 3-on-1. Still counts. Oh, he saw, that's why he was prepared. He saw a little bit of the elbow shows. Another one. 4-round lead for Navi on the T side. They've got plenty of cash in the bank. Perfecto has 8,600. Headtrick and Simple a little bit low, but that helps. 5-on-4 and one of the ops drops to the ground. It's picked up by Floppy, but he's got to worry about the B bomb site as well. Oh, there's a gap in that smoke. Oh, there's a gap in that smoke. Electronic, that's a tough timing to hit. Fang's gonna do a little bit of damage in return. Electronic, oh, he somehow found the safety of a corner. This is an awkward situation. Electronic, oh, the nade comes in as well. So much harassment. He finally backs away with his life, and that's unconfirmed damage. But a pretty good job from Fang, all things considered.
Through the smoke, and Bits is not having any of that. Immediately erases him from the round. JT's got to be careful. Flashed, blinded, forced away, and firing into it. Was therefore unable to defend himself had they gone aggressive on him. No one else in middle, but he does get away to the B sites. But just he and Floppy remaining, and I think this round done because they're heading toward A.
Even damaged up, Electronic does his job well. That's twice now. It's 2 long pushes that Complexity have tried to make work, both of them in like heavily deficit scenarios, and Electronic has done just a great job of it. Getting more. Indeed, JT can't respond fast enough. This is the other op that he's trying to take out of his hands. Floppy, he knows they're going to hunt him down. Look at the dots on the mini-map, all converging onto this position. Knife out. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Flip-flop. Flippity-flop. Bit with the bop. He absolutely is on a game right now. Bit 10 kills for him now in the, well, going into the 8th round, 7 completed.
We didn't get to talk about this, but just because the score is so wide at the moment, we can go back to it because we had the interview with Heku, but Bit at the end of Ancient, remember, I mean, when they were struggling to find rounds on the board to close out that first map when Complexity's making that comeback, Bit gets the 2 Deagle entries early on pushing down B ramp.
Yeah.
And then he finds the excellent final 3 kills in a 2-on-3 retake situation to actually close out the map. So huge impact for Bit on Ancient, and he's continuing here. A great series he's putting together.
Look, Ketovitz obviously in the playoffs. Not going to analyze that too much for Navi, obvious reasons. But he did fall off a little bit in the group stage leading up to that. And, you know, he was. Look, we said it was going to be either the sophomore slump or comeback of the year after the rookie year that he had, right? Like, the guy was hitting ridiculous headshots. I think he's looking back to that form again today, which is encouraging because
he has to have been the best rookie year since like Cold Zera. If you remember when Cold Zera came into the scene
as well and was number 1 player of the year that year.
I mean, obviously, prize money, no comparison because it was 6 years apart. But
sure, he did come in at the end of 2014 as well. But yes, his full first rookie year was really successful.
Yeah, he was incredible for those Brazilian lineups.
That's unfortunate.
Good leg shot though. Glock is out. Grim's won that battle against Simple twice now. Pissed around and just here. This time with the Deagle against the op.
Yeah, that sucks for Simple. He tags him and then drops. Yeah, I think obviously it helps when you're on. It's like people saying, you know, Lewis Hamilton had the best rookie season of all time in F1. Well, first off, Jacques Villeneuve actually was technically closer to winning the championship in his rookie year. But the similarity is that both came into a winning team, right? And that's kind of what Bit had. You can't go into a Minardi or a Williams at this point. In the 90s, you would have liked to have, just as Villeneuve did, but you can't do that and win, right? It helps that he had that system around him already, and he has that again this year, which is my point. You can't fall off. He has to continue to show that performance, and I think this event looks pretty good so far for Bit. Sadokist go an entire cast without talking about racing. Challenge impossible.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time that happened.
It hasn't.
2014, maybe.
When I wasn't casting?
You were casting. We were casting ESL back then.
That's true. Yep.
Perfecto gets the headshot onto Junior. Electronic gonna cross the smokes. This round is done and dusted. Grim low HP. Uh-oh. Good find from Grim. Nothing more you can do from there, though, especially with low HP.
I know there are people out there that will say Lewis only lost by 1 point. But he finished the last race. Villeneuve lost due to a blown engine, so, you know, I'd give Villeneuve the edge on that one.
I'm going to trust you.
Thank you.
I'm going to trust you on this one.
You're welcome.
6-round lead. Nice thing for complexity, well, I mean, maybe not nice thing, but I guess a little bit. Obviously, in the first gun round, they went into this double op setup. The next time they had a gun round, they went into a double op setup. Now, again, they have a double op setup. So at least once they get to these gun rounds, they have the economy to go for the defense they obviously prefer to play, right? It's just it hasn't been successful yet. They're getting battered at the moment. Might need another impressive comeback from the North American side. And once again, Fang with the op is the first one taken down. Tronic 3 for 3 handling long pushes. And at this point, it's got to be somewhat telegraphed. I mean, it is, I don't want to say like obvious, but I think if you're that long player on the T side, whenever there's like when you're a man-up situation on the T side or 2-man up, you kind of know like long is one of the areas that gets kind of flirted with by the defense. But, you know, this is now 3 times in a row where Complexity's been in a deficit and made that exact push, and Electronics handled it each and every time. Floppy holding down that B bomb site for the moment, but his teammates are dropping. There's so much time on the clock with Perfecto having a good stance and just down to Junior.
Yeah, Junior's got a big order in front of him now, doesn't he? He does have more HP than everyone against him, but they've got positioning and they've got Simple with an AWP. 8-1 Na'Vi. Now remember, last game it was 12-3 at half, and we still had a decent contest toward the end of it, so don't forget. But yeah, I would say this one's looking fairly comfortable so far, as we see on our top right of the screen. Overpass would be our third map, should we need to go there, but Na'Vi doesn't want to.
Ooh, narrow miss from Simple. 4 players out towards long for Complexity. Grim far back with the flashbang, hoping they take long control, hoping they can pounce upon it, but it's not going to happen. It's Bitten Head Trick, actually probably the worst position for this kind of setup that Complexity has running at the moment, coming up catwalk, just because they're going to be able to cut it all off, and oh, they're out in the open. Bit was a little bit nervous about a peek from the bomb site. He actually blocks his teammate running to try and set up the Molotov, so that's going to force him back. An unforced error, but consequences unknown for the moment.
Flashes out, Bits the first around the corner. The smoke as well down below on the catwalks. Whether or not intentional to be above or below is going to get them around the corner. No one from ramp will be able to see them. Bit finds the first kill, but Grim has one behind. Hedge trick down. Bomb as well, though. Planted. Lovely shot again from Bit. Give me that man's accuracy. I'll take it all day. JT with a scout gets up above, though. Hang on, because Floppy has an AK. He's got a kill as well. Simple suddenly stranded. Stuck between the boxes. Goes back out. He'll get both. He'll get JT, but one more still to find as Floppy works his way up from long. It's a one-on-one. Complexity here. Made this work, but Simple has other ideas. And 2 from Bit. 3 from Simple, 9 for Na'Vi.
It's just so much fun to watch. I almost enjoy watching Simple in like 1v3s more than I just watching him in like 5-on-5s. He's just so good, so on point, and just knows exactly how to isolate 1v1s. The intuition to pull that off is so impressive. And multiple different angles as well. That's a gut punch for Complexity. Happy they made it close in a half-by round, but no victory, no joy. 8-round lead for Na'Vi. TC having a chat.
Are you familiar with TC? Beyond this Complexity lineup, Jason, you were in the coaching in the NA world for a while.
Not really all that much. Not as much as I'd like to be.
Okay.
But, you know, we have this event here. We have chances to rectify that situation. So maybe I'll have a chat with him.
All right. Let me know what you find out. Report my desk Monday morning.
What's up?
Nothing.
I actually didn't hear you, legitimately.
I said I want to report on my desk by Monday morning.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I can do that. I can bring you some information. Here we go, lower dark push. Complexity starting to dig deep into the playbook, trying to recover this half, trying to come back into it. They still have a chance to close the gap, a chance to make this respectable. Not pressing the issue up the stairs quite yet. Good opening kill. And because they're pushed now, though, like their response is kind of limited at the moment. This aggression has got to work. It must work. Simple falls asleep at the wheel, hits the snooze button. but they still handle business. His teammates followed up, and oh, Fang, this is ambitious. He has to have gotten the call that they're both so low that they've both been dinked, because he's coming up with a pistol through flames. He's trying to mop up some easy kills. Trying to Cajun be the situation.
Good old Cajun. God, I miss that guy. What a legend. Electronic takes down Junior. Obviously, you're referring to the cleaner. Fang left in a 1 versus 3, and Bomb heading back over toward the A side of the map, given that Electronic has cleaned and cleared that site. Perfecto low. Fang should be able to pick up a kill here, you'd expect. Would be his 6th of the game, should he do so, but he's actually going to bypass that. Perhaps go better if he can sneak over to A fast enough. Good luck, though. You've got Bit to cover off the cross. You've got Perfecto, because he's low on HP, just sitting back on an angle so he can't save. And this round will dwindle in time. There's a nice shot, though, to get Bit. There's the first.
Yeah, no assists. So, I mean, Fang should kind of know that there's 2 players low, so he could go for this. And I know it's like kind of, it feels out of reach in a 3 versus 1 of this fashion, but I mean, maybe with a scoreline this low, if he gets this one, yeah, now you've got to make the call. You've got time.
Hesitating and indecision. And he knows one was out toward tunnels as well. So he knows that one was behind him. Now he doesn't know where he's gone.
Oh, that's a crappy plant for him.
Yep, that sucks.
You turn the corner and you see that, you're like, nah, never mind. Never mind, I'm out. He does have a kit, he does have a smoke, but no, obviously no information of where Electronic might be. And so Navi's gonna get away with it, and Fang's gonna back off. Perfecto here's the running. Oh, knifes out, that's...
Yeah. Oh, okay, yep, fair enough. Fair enough, he gets away with it.
Just gaming.
I think he knows he's lucky to be alive having the knife out, but
a gamer.
He is, and I would say alive and well. Unfortunately, they're
kiss that cross, young man.
It's 10-1. Fang showing off some accuracy at least, though. Adding 3 more kills to his total. Simple dropping down to mid already, watching to make sure anyone that pushes through the double doors would get caught before they head lower. Xbox smoke in position, meaning they can run toward the catwalk position. Fang will have heard that, but won't be able to act on it. And Bit, hoping that maybe he wants to investigate. We'll go back and see if he pushes through. Puts a smoke out so he can see catwalk himself and not have to deal with anyone directly in front of the door. That person would be simple. Quick switch too early that time, bud.
One Molotov on complexity for the rest of the round. It's in the hands of Fang, playing outside of the B bomb site for the moment. They do seem to be coming in his direction. Looks like they want to challenge in towards middle. Bit and Electronic walking out contact style. Head trick using utility on catwalk to make it look like an A hit. They want to try and pull that rotator, that supportive player at the B bomb site, out into the open. Fang was already there, but he did go for the peek. Floppy's now been spotted as well. Oh, there's only so long, yeah. Bit over the top, and it's time to save for complexity. No issues on Dust 2 today for Navi.
Electronic with the shots. Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward affair for Navi, looking much better. As you said, EG gave them a bit of a hard time on this map, so there was encouragement in that regard heading into this game. Electronic will go back out to the long cave. You can hear them running, so he knows he can get through the first door. They'll swing it, they'll spam it, and Grim gets baited by a nice jump, although Junior has simple down. Head trick comes around and takes out him, and oh, yes, put those bullets in the body. The man is dead, I can tell you for sure. 11-1 for Navi.
Yeah, might as well use them all. Just start spending them 1 per round, trying to get something on the board. Bit is 16-5, Simple is 12-8, Electronic is 11-5. They've been working complexity across this map. Tell you what though, Matt, you want to know what's exciting? Tomorrow we get EG versus complexity. So one of those teams
has to win.
Is going to get off the goose egg.
North America will win a game.
We're back.
Yes. Yes, if we can beat ourselves, it counts.
Yes, indeed. They all count. 2 scouts, Fang and Junior.
Shots, there's contentious battle and smoke. Bit, meanwhile, comes out from the underpass. Watch that second player. I'm not sure he knows he's there. Doesn't overextend, having thrown out the Molotov. And he'll see the head, but Grim shoots him dead. Head Trick does the same in return, though. And that, my friends, means that it is a 4-on-3 in favor of NAVI.
Ooh.
I take that back. Fang with a lovely shot on the scout takes Head Trick down through mid.
Hell yeah, he does. That's a shot and a half. 3-on-3. This has been one of the most promising rounds Complexity have had throughout this whole half. Oddly enough, we'll see if they can convert it. All 3 players from NAVI getting out towards long. No one on catwalk for Complexity, so they don't get any of the sound cues. It's going to be Fang to have the information eventually. But there's a minute. He spots the little jiggle peek, but that's only 1 player. That doesn't really give a whole lot of information over. He can't really call for support just yet, and he can no longer repeat because you have to assume that NAVI has the angle. That Simple's got him pinned down. Defense starting to shift as the smoke wall gets set up. Utility to keep the defenders at bay and quietly crossing.
Quietly crossing indeed as they sneak toward the site. Electronic trying to find the angle. Bang! Oh, perfecto.
Wait, why does he only have a deagle?
Sometimes he just likes to challenge himself, Jason.
He's got 6,800.
It's an academic extracurricular.
Think they're just playing with like challenges now? They're like, we've already beat the game. Let's replay it with
They've got like
increase the difficulty.
They've got strat roulette going in the background. I would do a game of that this week. We should get all 5 on and do some strat roulette.
Strat roulette?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. I'm in for that. Got a day off on Monday.
Yep. Into it. I don't need to say anything after that sound effect. Thank you.
Whoop.
Drop down and make it 12-1 for NAVI. Can we have a show and tell on Monday too?
I guess.
Yeah, I just missed show and tell.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah, what was your favorite thing you brought into show?
I'll tell you my second favorite.
Okay.
I don't even remember actually anything I took in. Like, I don't know. Jerseys and marbles and all kinds of little goodies.
Racing affiliated things.
No, one time I did take in my mom's Wayne Gretzky autograph though.
Nice.
Kids thought that was pretty cool.
Canada, eh?
Canada, eh?
Good shot from Fang. One more. He's got
bud.
Simple right around the edge of the smoke. Nice shooting.
They've got another round here, no doubt about it. They're going to make this 12-2. Remember, it was 12-3 that first half last time. Nice nade, though. Fang goes down to 5, but Perfecto going back to try and recover the situation, knowing that he was going to be flanked. Grim gets the kill, and they're on the board for the second.
Yep, finally. Finally, it took a minute, took a while. In fact, I think it took 7 rounds to get that second one on the board for Complexity. 7 rounds in a row for NAVI before Complexity is finally able to respond. Nice double kill from Floppy. Good shooting from Fang up in the window. Final round of the first half. Ancient ended after the first half, 12-3 in the favor of NAVI. We could be in another deja vu situation. Shout out to Denzel. Fang in lower dark. Ooh, good shot onto Bit. He comes right into it. Now, how does Fang try and get out of this situation? The answer is he doesn't. A little bit of a utility jump to try and get him some safety, to try and get him some kind of comfort, and Perfecto doesn't let him out.
Electronic with a bounce molly, but Floppy has gotten by. Do you think he was a big Floppy Bird fan? Oh, that was Flappy Bird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Flappy Bird.
So close.
So I would say probably not.
Good luck. You deduced that one well, Jason. Well done.
Oh, Junior almost with a flick, but Grim's got him covered. Nice headshot. Grim's been, I mean, look, it's kind of been it's an interesting game because Complexity's been so worked on this map as a team that individually they can't really shine, but Grim's had some nice, like, isolated fights here and there. I think they all have had a couple like decent enough like sequences. Just as a team getting demolished.
I'm worried that people are going to go look up Floppy Bird now and get a very different website.
Probably, yeah.
As Grim holds inside of middle, the bomb down in that position. They desperately want to recover that, but they're trying to time it through the spam. And they get away with it, so to speak, as Perfecto goes down to 28 and Electronic gets caught. And Floppy on the flank. They get 3, 12-3. We got that halftime score again, Jason.
Booyah, baby.
And we'll leave it at that.
Пацаны, кто второй? Так и делай, расхуярил. Не, я говорю, он так делает. Флэш? Я вообще не второй, я буду пожимать делать. Тише, молик. Делай шаг,
Got deja vu here as an even exchange leaves us with a 4-on-4 on the suit. This is brave. The flash is a bit of an indicator for Perfecto to be on high alert. There goes NAVI just chipping away at the fully bought up vitality.
Yeah, they're B-splitting now. The no shots is isolated on that side. Kyogen can't push long.
Давай. Я на флешку перед выходом дал. Он смоки дал, вышел нет. Это он, нет? Нет, второй. Да, беги. Дал в мой. Ворота, он один. Возможно. Контроль, я не могу пройти. Дай смог. 33. У тебя. У тебя. Да что? Дай смог, я 33. Я ставлю сразу. Бомба закрыта. ЛПТшка. Бомба закрыта. ЛПТшка. Он знает. Окей. У тебя есть гранаты? Молик есть. Я буду окно лезть, братан. Лезь окно. Возможно, с матом. Аккуратно, ничего, ворот. Возьми флешку. Здесь. Второй кнайп. ЛП. Ссылку мне. Вот хочешь. Умница.
Welcome back. Second half is about to go live. Complexity staring down a 3-12 deficit, but they had the same thing on Ancient. They brought it all the way back to 16-14. Do they got another one in them?
Darn tootin'. Time to get through. And they said at the desk that Dallas Cowboys money's got to be good for something, and it isn't just bringing Tim the Tapman in to play Call of Duty on the stadium's big screen, let me tell you that. Because Tim should have paid for the honor himself, if I'm honest.
Ooh, peace. See you later, Simple. No one on Complexity slowing down, coming out with a very aggressive pistol round, already knocking on the door of the A bomb site out towards long, doubled up over towards quad boxes. Electronic looking for one. He's going to keep fighting. Reloading now. They'd love the follow-up from Headtrick. Electronic's going to make his presence known. Fang with a very late flank up catwalk. This could actually be be massive, excuse me. Bit, if he doesn't expect this, they're in trouble. Electronic creeping up. Oh, he nade out. Oh, that's beautiful. Second headshot. And Fang has got to give up his position. He's got to give up the game. Junior, close up. One more Glock. There's Fang as well. Oh, this has somehow turned out so well for Complexity. What a flank from Fang.
That's ridiculously good. Fang stepping up again. They're even chuckling. Grim's got a smirk on his face that looks like he just, you know, stole candy from a baby.
If you're Electronic and you get those 2 kills, you have to be like scratching your head, so confused how you end up losing this round. This is actually incredible. This early into the retake, getting that kind of a double kill out towards Goose and the bomb site, eliminating these positions. And the only thing it was phenomenal shooting from Fang, and obviously Junior with a nice headshot onto Perfecto out towards Long. And there it is. Yeah, buddy. Get into it. Electronic tagged, backing away.
You know what the worst thing about Tim playing COD on that screen was? That even a screen that big didn't help his aim because he was still terrible.
Okay. I didn't actually, did he play on the big screen?
Don't worry about it, Jason. Yes, he did. Thank you for following along.
I've been out to that big screen outside of the Cowboys Stadium. It's a beautiful, beautiful plot of land.
I'll tell you what, somebody who doesn't need a screen that big to hit shots is Fang. That was pretty spectacular coming back in. As you say, he had to give up the game. He had to get aggressive given the situation. Simple's going to get elevated this time, and nails Junior with an upward flick. I thought he was caught out in that position. They will run him down, though. Head trick falls. JT the kill. Simple got back down the elevator. It went up. It goes down. And now, how do they try and find the round in this situation? Perfecto trying to work his way up, but he's caught off in a crossfire. Floppy with the kill. Electronic gets one back on Grim, and he gets back inside of the corner, but here comes the swing from Floppy. Simple hits him, though, too. Not done just yet.
How is this
Bomb plants.
How is this still in contention for Navi? This is actually so impressive, too. Beautiful shots with the scout from Simple. He's gonna reposition Floppy and Fang. And I don't know, they might get actually stuck. Actually, excuse me, they're going to push forward. Big win for Bit. Now that's going to isolate Fang inside the bomb site. Remember, Simple's out towards Long. He's tagged up. He knows it's a possibility. Now he sees both. Oh, what a tough situation for Fang. We need more heroics out of him if Complexity is going to build upon that pistol round win. There's a little bit of a shot. Simple trying to find him. Fang under so much pressure. Finally gets it, but he's dinked up. Simple over the top. He's got it. Swapping out to the Galil. What a round from Simple. Triple kill. 2 headshots with the scout.
Absolutely ridiculous first one as well. That upward flick above the smoke, just so spot on. If I did that, I'd break my wrist again, to be honest. And a miss. This is just, whoa.
See, Electronic can't hit that shot when he's playing at the top of his mouse pad.
Exactly.
I knew that would get you. I knew that would get you.
Thank you for saying that.
I don't actually know. I'm not entirely convinced that Electronic plays that close to the edge of his mouse pad when it goes on.
Can we get the wide shot?
I think that's maybe like the between round comfort placement. I don't know if that's like the actual gaming placement.
That's what he does, I'm telling you.
Oh, Perfecto. Oh, that's awkward. Switches over to a nade. He'd like to have that one back. Bit trying to recover around yet again. Spamming through the smoke. Bomb site is lost. And despite the fact they have such good weaponry or so much advantage, I think Navi with this kind of a lead just going to back away. No reason to give up a round like this. You've lost it. Error from Perfecto. It's okay. They've still got a, 12-round lead? 9-round lead.
Good job. Good recovery. Better than Paula earlier.
It was that carry the one that really got me.
Yeah, I forgot to carry the one. To be fair here, the situation looked similar in that the pistol round in the last game went to Complexity when it was 12-3 at half, but this time they've immediately answered to it, and they'll start it off again. Floppy running through, gives himself up, although Complexity having the bomb down, they just want to get the economy sorted out in this round. Doesn't look like, I was going to say they are not going to go for this at all. Bomb's going to detonate.
That's 2 great kills from Electronic.
13-5.
Or one great kill from Electronic, one from Head Trick as well, but 2 good exit kills. Navi to buy right back up into it. You imagine Head Trick or Electronic would drop over a weapon. And it's Electronic.
What do you think of the statement that these guys are 50-50 with Liquid right now?
I mean, I obviously think it's crazy. I tweeted it that I think that it's crazy, but I like
confidence.
If you don't take it like 100% literal, I just like that there's a Complexity team with all these young players that are just saying like, at the moment, this is our goal, right? Like we're we're not in a position to really be contesting to be one of the best teams in the world. Let's start with being one of the best teams in North America. So I just kind of like it in the fact that there's a North American player showing a little bit of confidence and bravado, and just kind of saying, that's what we're working towards right now. That's how I took the statement. Like, as a literal statement,
Rim's
it's
probably
crazy.
like, guys, you're better. Trust me. I play with them. Terrible.
He might say that, but he don't believe it.
Yeah, fair enough. I love how Electronic, just like Bit yesterday, does not have the flames go all the way to the corner. He could just stand there. His teammate in Headtrick had a smoke at the ready to extinguish him had he lit on fire, but did not. Speaking of smokes at ready, it's Perfecto in B, platform big box, ready to throw that toward the tunnels as he continues to shoulder check. And when he does, a second nade, an HE, will be deployed directly on top of it. That'll soften them up as they come in. Not much, but damage done to all. Perfecto needs to be careful as he runs toward the wall. They didn't see him. He probably could have got away with a reload in that situation. But unfortunately, the SMG unable to penetrate through the armor. And despite that, 4 players down to about 50 HP, give or take, is not going to yield much for the round.
That was actually very close to being a disaster. Navi was almost able to turn that one. Good utility from Complexity to completely blind the defenders. Now, here's one, not problem, but this has got to be in the back of your mind. As long as Simple continues to save this op, every round is in danger. Especially in the hands of someone like that. If you're Complexity, you're thinking, man, we'd really love to win a round and actually just take that away from him, because you know, even if it's just 4 USPs in the op, Simple can make that work. But content with the victory and no one in position to actually hunt anything down, Complexity is going to just smile and put another tally on the scoreboard. 6-13, 7 rounds away.
I think he could have got a reload in there. I think he's probably screwed either way, but might get one more kill out of it then, instead of getting desperate.
You know, I thought something similar, but as a player in that situation, you never realize you have that space to get the reload, right? It didn't seem like, I think Complexity was even blinded as well, so I don't think they initially caught onto it until just at the end. Headtrick and Perfecto out towards long. That's pistols. And Junior is going to be hyper-aggressive, holding W. Simple didn't expect it. Op hits the floor. It's salvaged, it's picked up, but Perfecto gets the first. They need to complete this wall. You can see them freeze when they realize they don't have all the advantages they thought they would have. And if actually they can save that op again, that'd be massive. That would be absolutely huge. Fang, again, his job is the lurk, to cut off this fallback, to eliminate these players. Floppy finds Perfecto. Bit with the op has made it all the way back to the B bomb site. Electronic is stuck in CT spawn. So Fang and Bit is actually, at this point in the round, probably the most important duel available on the map. If Fang is to push up. Remember too, if you want to go back to Ancient one last time, Complexity's success on the T side was predicated on demolishing the economy of NAVI. Once NAVI got money, they ran away with it. Here's the hunt. Bit trusting his teammate to cover him. Flashbang in from Fang. Okay, it's gonna get taken out. There it is right at the end. Good job from Complexity. That's well done. I really am happy to see that. 6 rounds back.
Getting close again, Jason.
Close-ish, yeah.
Yeah, they're not there yet, but they're getting close-ish. Again with a little shot over the top, and closing out the round was Fang. So 13-7 money as it is. Timeout from Navi. Okay. Blade. Okay, I was gonna say that's a replay. I was like timeout, and he's just sitting there not moving. But yeah, he's up on his feet now, and reading another passage from Dune.
Just trying to get him back into focus. No cause for alarm just yet, but basically saying, let's not let that happen twice. What happened on Ancient can't happen again. We have this lead. We had the massive lead at halftime. We still have a big lead now. Let's shut this down before it can begin. Simple with the op. Heading towards long. Fang to challenge. He had the early spawn at the corner. Just takes a shot because he sees the flashbangs coming, knowing the timing wasn't with him and doesn't risk any kind of a peek.
Simple again at the car, this time AWP, but they've already dropped by him by way of smoke. He's got to be ready. He can see it. Floppy goes down. But Junior, having already transferred over, Electronic thought Simple got the early kill and wanted to support it. Didn't realize he was in the line of sight. Smoke that time will extinguish flames that would have reached the corner, and Simple will stay in the position to try and find one more.
And because, remember, we just saw the great job from the camera operator, just the missed Molotov the first time around, so they don't have another one really to throw at him in that position. They have 2 more in hand, but do they really want to use that many resources on just one position? And Simple even had a follow-up smoke in case it came in. Now he gets to play over the top, flirting with the ramp. High risk, high reward position for Simple, but he's trusting the fact that nobody's going to have the courage to peek that corner. He's trapped, though. He's got to push forward. They were encroaching from long and from catwalk. Bit with the huge flank, 3-on-3 post plant, and head trick here for the boost up.
Imagine using an M4A4 these days. That jump shot, perfecto, not going to work. Tried to go for the reverse elevator boost, and Bit would have happily capitalized, on that in the time, but now he's got to work on his own, and they're both staring him down. Oh, Junior. Junior's in a good spot. Perfecto gone. He manages to get 1 kill, but Junior's going to follow it up. 13-8. Complexity continuing to roll. 5 rounds now separate them.
Good job from Complexity, just increasing the pressure applied to that A bomb site until the defense eventually crumbles. The big one, I mean, Electronic getting picked off was huge, because that's the player who falls back to watch towards catwalk.
I love that, Molly.
And without that, Simple is just in an impossible scenario. 5-round lead for Navi. It's dwindling.
Again, this would put Navi 3-0. And Complexity, unfortunately, 0-3 as we're on our 3rd day of group number D. Brought to you by the letter 9.
You'd be great on Sesame Street.
What are you talking about? I'm on Sesame Street. They call me Big Bird.
You and birds today.
Floppy birds, mostly, Jason.
Speaking of which, gets the opening kill. Electronic goes down, out towards long. Aggression towards catwalk. Bit wants to fight, sees JT out in the open, who's gonna spray down 2. Head trick falls as well. That's the round. 13-9. Complexity now within striking distance. You gotta be happy about that one.
Yeah,
you gotta be.
Everybody is. Overpass 3rd map, should it be required. Simple is going to take out Grim. How grim does it look for Navi? AK for Perfecto, they'll definitely want to hold on to on the CT side. Simple. Still just trying to probe exactly what's going on in middle. He'll have the support behind him from his teammate. Floppy's on the hunt. They've got money. They've built it up quite well on the Complexity side.
All right, so Navi with a little bit of a challenge here on map number 2. Map number 1 as well. Let's see what they can do. Op again in the hands of Simple. Another buy coming in for Navi's defense. JT's been great today in this matchup against Navi, which I don't think many necessarily expected. Here we go, Grim.
Oh, you love this. You love this fast exchange at long, don't you? Every time Electronic, though, gets back through, they double peek the smoke. And with no one else inside of the doorway for Complexity, they're going to retreat off the position because they've lost the early exchange. We used to think the most unique characteristic of Dust 2 is the mid-pick that was far too prevalent. Having that now been nerfed, you have to drop down, stand on your teammate's head, etc. I think the quick exchange at long becomes sort of a standout feature of this map. It's more common than a mid battle in so many ways. Floppy is going to get bit. That's a decent recovery from mid. If they can open up this B site, they've got a real chance at this round, but that means going against Perfecto. And he's got one already. Junior holding out in middle, though, catches Electronic in rotation. And the bomb getting planted. It's a 2-on-2 straight up retake toward the B site. Oh, boy. They're going to work together. They're going to try and get trades. Junior needs to be ready for this, though. AWP in hand, he's holding in the tunnel. And if they are indecisive about his position, he could get caught out very quickly here. Even if he only hits one shot, they're going to double the position. They're going to double the play. He's going to get traded. That's going to signal, though, that he's coming from this direction. And the stand-in has to stand out, but he will sit down at the way of Fang's gun.
That's unfortunate. Well done from Complex. They continue to impress. It's a shame they're playing these games so far from behind because this is such a good T-side so far for Complexity. Gotten into bomb sites 5 times. They've only lost 1 of the post plants. Nicely done. Fang, a little bit quiet on Ancient. 20 and 11 here, leading the way for Complexity, showing his quality. And Navi again struggling in the second half of these games. Simple looking up towards mid, around the edge of the smoke. JT taking cat control with the help of Grim and Lower Dark. Fang, Floppy, and Junior lined up outside the long doors. Hero up on Simple, everyone else on pistols. I brought this up earlier in the half. Obviously with the op in Simple's hands, even as the lone rifle, very winnable. Awkwardly missed shot, and Junior's got him pinned down. Now Floppy has gone down. Damage was dealt by Head Trick. The Molotov cleans him up. Electronic. Okay, I don't think he expected to be seen there, but JT's got him. So, round over. 13 to 11, just 2 rounds away. All right.
This is on. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got to 13-12 in the last game, and then Navi cleaned up their act.
That was the round that Bit got the double kill with the Deagle.
Absolutely. It's not over until it's over is the point. I mean, Navi can always come back. They're a solid team. They've got so much skill, but they are definitely not showing that composure right now. Fang is, as he did late in the last game as well, he'll get 2 more stat padding in that situation against pistols, but hey, take it and run with it. 21 kills for him right now.
Second timeout taken by Navi in the game. First one was earlier this half. I think the second timeout at this point, and obviously the incredible run that we've had from Complexity, 8-1 in the second half. Navi is stumped on how to adjust with his defense. Okay, a little bit of frustration seeping in. One of the awesome things about watching this kind of Navi team rise to the top and Simple winning his first major last year, obviously, for me personally, was watching, you know, having seen Simple kind of enter the scene many years ago. The kind of personality and player he was back then, but seeing kind of the leadership responsibility and role that he's taken up within this team, you stop kind of seeing that frustration. You see him a little bit more kind of talking with his teammates, keeping everyone calm, keeping the focus on the next round. Visage cracks there as he goes for an old school death slam, holds himself back. Here we go, round 25. Junior out towards long. Simple's up on Catwalk.
No boost on Cat. We haven't seen that in a long time. But he's still going to be holding this position. Smoke down Xbox, and he's going to have to passively hold the angle toward middle instead. Electronic knows with that activity going on, he's got to be ready as well and on alert at the doorway. Interestingly, Simple backs away from it, hearing the flashes and knowing that smoke's going to be gone. So they have some position to work with. He's Molotov'd it off as he retreated, though, Simple, because he didn't want to get caught in transition. He still stands at the corner. There he is. That nade timing. Pop goes the Weasel. JT on 59 and Floppy on 78. Fang still holding out toward long. Nothing really going on there. And corner off angle in B, just a note for Bit, has given them the confidence to try and shrink the map down over on the A side of things. So Cat corner smoke. And a Molotov to clear sight, trying to force the movement from the CTs. Missed shot Simple as they went for the drop down. That forces Perfecto to have to slide the ramp. And as he does, they know that means he's given up the platform. And goodness, Grim, all the way down long will take out Simple as Junior arrives late. He'll hind Head Trick. It's all to Bits, and the bit between his teeth chomp down as hard as you like, the pain is still going to come through, my friend. It is a 1-on-3, and it is now, again, Jason, 13-12.
That's crazy. This hit is just so powerful. What a double kill from Grim. That's a thing of beauty. Yeah, Bit's gonna have to save. And remember, in these rounds too, Navi's this actually is like pretty much exactly the way Ancient played out, because Navi running out of money at 13-11 when Cole's about to get up to 12. And yeah, they'll have an op, but mostly pistols around it. This is brutal. It's crazy to see how efficient Complexity has been on the T side here on Dust 2.
Yeah, I like it. This is, like you said, young players, bravado. This is the kind of confidence-building game that you want for them, really. Especially, as you said, they're going to play EG tomorrow. One of these teams has to win. Of course they want it to be them.
And remember, too, like, that was one of the things in the interview that Junior kind of said was, like, you know, we're dominating everyone in scrims. We're beating all these different teams, playing well against Liquid, playing well against Navi in practice games. And, I mean, that's always, like, a somewhat of a red flag when you hear that being the justification. But the fact that it's translating to this match right now is lovely. 1-round lead for Navi. It's dwindled, 12-3 at half. It's been a 9-1 run on Complexity's T side.
Same as last map again. Outrageous. Outrageous. So Grim goes back to Cat to support JT. He was already peeking the doors.
Who's going to step up for Navi? It was Bit on Ancient. Who's going to do it this time? Who's going to put a stop to this and just say enough is enough?
Boomich is going to do it.
Yeah. Channel Lord Boomich. Simple takes a bit of damage. He wants this first kill, though. Flashbang coming out, gonna hide. Oh, there it is, perfectly. JT goes down. Complexity trying to split the A bomb site. Just one player left up top. That's Electronic. Oh, Simple gets boosted. He's caught. He's caught. But Electronic, he can be the hero. Down to 2 HP. Got to back away through the smoke. The op is lost.
There's an obligation missing in that. Simple is covering Cat. That's fine. As soon as he hits the drop and the shot and drop, you either need to commit to long, or the player that is watching long is the rifler.
Oh no.
Electronic has to swim over and cover it. He has rotated away from it because they definitely gave up too much territory, and that's what cost them 2 kills on the site itself. Fang! Edge of the smoke has Bit down. Perfecto and Electronic on 2 HP. He's gonna run long. He's gonna try and get information, but he's the only one left. Information isn't good enough. We've got a tie game. Complexity make it 13-13. They do one better than on the previous map.
And this time they have so much money built up to handle any kind of loss that might actually come in. We have yet to see if it's going to actually happen, but they've got money in the bank. Complexity have no economic issues for the rest of this game. 13 all. Absolutely incredible comeback.
Timeout again for obvious reasons. Yeah, this is awesome from Complexity, you have to say. Fang, again, every time it seems like they're in these tense rounds, he finds a very pivotal kill to the situation. Blade trying to get them back in control here. Mr. Methodical. Obviously was a long-time in-game leader for Flipside, but made the coaching role quite evidently powerful and notable when he coached Hellraisers at a major in which they actually made the top 8 way back in 2014.
Jesus, you're using the time machine for that one.
Yeah, well, but the point was he always had that coaching mindset, and it was one of the first times we saw a player sort of sit out of a team to help another in that role and show how strong it could be. So it was kind of the first, in my opinion, the first time a coach was super powerful in CSGO or made notable differences.
Floppy and Junior out towards long, head trick. Sees the flashes coming. Good nade, chunks down Junior to 49. Backs off towards Car. Molotov into his position. It's not going to spread, though. He's fine. Junior finds Electronic. That's up at the A bomb site as he jumps into the pit. Head trick just now started to burn. Oh, he puts it out at the last second, down to 20 HP. Huge disadvantage. Huge deficit for Navi in this round, in this critical juncture of the game. Nice thing is, look at Simple's cash. He's got an op in hand, but he's got 3,200 in the bank, so he'll be able to have that money, or have that op whenever he wants it moving forward. Bit, oh, good transfer upward. Grim, a little bit slow on the take. Another Molotov coming in, and there's no way that he's getting out of that one. Head trick used his good graces earlier.
Oh. Bit still in middle, gonna be trying to rotate off of this.
He'd love to cheat, but he can't. He realizes there's just too much of an escape route. So he has to be mindful of the fact that someone can go to upper dark, or they need to have that information.
He's even going to go back and check it now because it's been so long since they've last made contact that he's considering the possibility. Meanwhile, as he leaves middle, that's exactly where they're going to go, and Simple needs to be aware of that possibility as well. This is a deathmatch angle all day long. This is what I do non-stop, and he absolutely has timing, but he knows. And he doesn't even need to shoot. Headshot, oh, he goes for it. That's going to call Simple out, though, and Bit manages to take down Junior on the second one. A lovely shot over the edge of the wall, and Fang is stuck between a rock and a hard place that I don't even think he could bite his way out of, as Bit kills him off as well. They'll continue and maintain the lead, yet to have Complexity overtake them. They go 14-13.
Okay, so Complexity, again, just to continue the theme from Ancient, they get close. They can't take the actual lead. Good job from Headtrick with 20 HP. Better job from Bit, just controlling the map from Lower Dark. That's absolutely spectacular. Him and Simple playing real well together. He gets the information, calls out that they're on Catwalk, puts Simple on notice. And again, Bit is the hero. He was the one with the impact late on Ancient to make sure that NAVI could have that victory. Here again, he's delivered. Taking into the economy of Complexity. Flush with cash just 2 rounds ago. Still got a lot of money, but they got to consider it as a factor. 14-13. 24 kills on Fang, 20 on Floppy, 23 on Bit, 22 on Electronic. Navi just trying to survive while their in-game leader is out. Great shot. They've got some swagger back. They push Lower Dark. They push middle. Simple's going to stick around. He knows he's got protection, which means he can actually control this, although Headtrick falls.
It's not done. Goes out to support his teammate once more. Simple was up above, but no one watching A long at this point in time. Simple starting to rotate back that direction with consideration toward it. Simple smoked. Self-smoke to give preservation through the smokes at the cross, though. Perfecto able to get Fang. That will aid Simple's position as they throw an incendiary out as well to keep them off the platform directly. Simple flicks, and Grim is removed. It looks nice for Na'Vi at this point in time, considering how desperate it was just a few rounds ago. If you fire through that car, it's paper thin, you'll get a kill. Unfortunately, the smoke plume has gone far enough that Floppy is still in coverage. Bomb down, though, and Simple sees it. They know it. They know they don't have to overplay this at this point.
Yeah, he's got to hide now, though. That smoke is going to fade. It's got a timer on it, so he just tucks himself into a corner. He did enough to keep them at bay. Bomb still on the ground, has not been picked up yet. There's no utility for Floppy and JT. It's all fights from here. Floppy knows where Simple is. He has to overexpose himself to other positions. It might not even matter. Good shot from JT. He's going to find Simple and now swing up on railing. 1 versus 3. Bomb is down in front. He's got it now. Back to the site. Trying to keep Na'Vi off match point. It would have to be something special, something incredible. He just doesn't have it in him. Good peek from Electronic. Follow-up from Perfecto as well would have ensured the victory.
Map and series point for Na'Vi.
And we'll just do it one last time because it is just this first map being replayed all over again. Na'Vi have 2 chances to close out the map, 15-13. Ooh. Good nade. This is, you know, every once in a while when you see like kind of an underdog team have this kind of a performance against like a heavy favorite, you feel like they just don't really know how to close it. I don't even think that's the situation in this. I think for whatever reason, on these 2 maps that we've played in this series, Na'Vi just wakes up when all of a sudden they're in danger of losing the map. When that scoreline gets close, they're like Seabiscuit. They're like, oh, we might actually lose this one. And they just speed ahead.
Nade to JT. And it's Junior that holds out long. JT up inside the smoke, tries to fire back. Slide down the wall. Electronic, having evaded all of these bullets, is going to be in a lovely position when that smoke does dissipate. They check pit and turn around somehow to find Simple as Grim runs. This is going to be shadowing and overwhelming, overpowering Electronic down. And Bit and Perfecto in a 5 versus 2. Or rather, from their perspective, a 2 versus 5, I don't even think they're going to bother with.
This defense of the A bomb site has been caught in awkward scenarios so frequently during this half, like just getting pinched and not having control of long and not having control of catwalk, and Complexity's been able to punish that with relative frequency. They kind of need this op. This op is actually massively important. Big boy smoke to protect Bit, although he almost gets taken down right through it. That would have been horrible, and I love this. Complexity, Hunt, you've got money. You know these guns are so much more important to Navi than they are to you. Good find, Grim. Oh, quad kill for Grim. He takes everything away. That'll put a smile on your face. Knocking on the door of overtime.
Knocking on the door of overtime and no AWP.
No, Simple's going to buy one, but this is why it's important, because he would have had that op passed over to him, and he would have dropped an M4 to a teammate. And now, instead of just one player for Navi on an SMG, you've got 2. You've got MP9 on Perfecto, you've got UMP on Electronic, Famas on Bit. No kits, very little utility. This is going to be a scrappy, grimy round from Navi. They choose to get aggressive.
Floppy inside of the smoke. Perfecto is on the off angle. Crosshair placement, the lasers show, they're checking it, they're walking in. This is a tough one though. Did they check that corner? Yes, they do. Floppy with the kill, but Bit has JT. They've given up the site directly, but look who's already behind them. Simple shuts down Fang, jumping back out. Nothing for Junior. I thought he was going to nail it. Second time he tries and can't, and now he's removed. They know he's well out of the sight, well out of the picture. They just need to be quick and concise about clearing Floppy, who gets in behind the box. Simple can't fire at the first one. Junior's going to be on the horse trying to get behind him. Head Trick has both, and they know they've got this. They know they can stick it. They know he was back towards spawn. Get on the bomb now and hold it, and this one is over. I dare say Junior trying to get inside, but he'll be reminded by Simple not to go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Navi put them in their place, but that was an excellent effort, you have to say, from Complexity.
Yeah, but you got to feel Junior's going to be haunted by that. That round is going to play out a million times as he tries to fall asleep tonight. He had 2 chances to kill the follow-up players crossing that choke point in the upper dark tunnels. Missed both of them. That's a tough way to lose it, but let's focus on the positives for the moment before we send it off to a break. 2 incredible comebacks from Complexity. Huge deficits in the first half, but showing great resolve, great grit to come back into those games and make it competitive, and that's good stuff from a young North American squad. We're off, Matt. We're done for the evening. We're done for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll send it to a break, and the desk is coming up next.
down. They were able to fight their way through. Hetrick punching above his weight, Simple punching down, and everybody else just doing what they're supposed to. Good job, Navi. That's what we came for. We secured the dub. And, moving on to playoffs.
Beautiful speech.
I don't know where my accent's going there.
Let's
but
get
yeah.
it trending
Let's
in
get
the
it.
chat. Yeah, all right, let's start off talking about Simple. He played amazingly across the series, and on Dust 2, we have to mention his clutch. 1v3 on the A side, round 10.
This was insane, but this is classic Simple, right? It's a 1 versus 3. His teammate just fell all around him. The second kill, and then the way he finds the third, man. He knew exactly where he was, and he triangulates his position, repositions himself, and catches him. Nice little tap. Floppy, good night, goodbye.
Oh, man. I mean, Floppy had a chance there, but not a good chance. And when it's Simple, oh, man, this scout shot, it's going to be slow-mo, but look at what happens. How do they... The precision. Precision.
So fast.
The precision on Simple is unbelievable.
Another one.
Oh.
You know, everyone else on the server is playing competitive professional Counter-Strike. Simple's playing Scout Knives, baby.
Yeah, just flying around, floating, stinging like a bee, punching like a butterfly. I don't know what
Did you prep that in the pregame?
Yeah, I spent 30 minutes preparing that one. I'm here all week.
Simple, the moment of the EFR game.
Yeah, guys, that being said, whilst we've given our props to NAVI, I think we have to give some shine to Complexity. 16-13 nation, and even closer on Dust 2. Arguably could have gone to overtime on Dust 2.
Honestly, like after Ancient, I'm like, well played, boys. Nice try. It was a close attempt. It was a valiant attempt, in fact. And then we headed to Dust 2. 12-3 scoreline again, and what a comeback! Again, credit to some very on-the-fly, very cool calling coming out from JT. There was some very quick rotations, mid-run calling coming out. I think the first couple of rounds, they won were like back-to-back B rushes, not really giving too much respect to Navi, not allowing Simple and Electronic or Bit to, you know, kind of aggress and catch them off guard. And just all-round fantastic work, and individually, man, Fang.
Yes.
Fang, man.
You have to.
He's so good.
Oh, man. Fang's usually dead a little bit earlier in the round. He doesn't usually get to play out those late-round clutch situations, but you can see that when he's in him, he has a very composed mindset, the way that he just approaches every angle, the way he plays off of a teammate's contact. Him and Floppy both in late round situations, I just feel like a lot of trust. I feel a lot of trust in those two guys to finish things off and not overextend, not make the wrong play, and to just hit the shots they need to.
And I think he even had the AWP in his hands a couple of times as well. And he was rocking it, man, looking even better than Junior at times. And Junior, I got to say, you know, unfortunate at the very end, the final round there. He missed a couple of shots he really needed to land, but I feel like, you know, we know how good this kid can be. We know how good, how talented of an operator he is. But I feel like in games like this is where we need him to, you know, kind of deliver. Not having to carry the game, so to speak, but be more of a presence with the AWP. Like we see, you know, on the side of Navi. Look at Simple, for example. He's going to deliver with the AWP. Any team which has a primary operator is relying on him to be, if not the star, a top 2, top 3 fragger. And if we can start to see Junior be a little bit more consistent in that fashion, this Complexity team, man, I could start to fall in love with them.
I really need Junior to sometimes just slow the game down a little bit more. I think sometimes the hectic situations get the better of him, and he starts just kind of taking wild pot shots. Like I mean, that's an incredibly high-pressure situation. That very last round, you have to hold the line at B tunnels right there, and then he misses a few shots right there. You're expecting a repeat from Simple. On top of that, there's so many things you have to juggle in your head. We've all been there as players. We've all been in a situation that was coming out too fast for us, but when you're in a situation where your team direly needs you, you do need to show up.
Now, we've talked about him already. We've seen some of his highlights. He's one of the best players in Counter-Strike history. Simple is down on the sidelines with Heku.
Hi everybody, right now I'm joined by Simple from Navi. Simple, congratulations, 3 wins, 0 losses. Right now you just won against Complexity, and just like against DG, you won with a score of 2-0, but this time you had like a really good half in both maps, but then when it came to the second part, like something went wrong. Was it because of something like happening in the voice comms?
There was a lot of miscommunication, like we lost so many our rounds, but it's probably because Cold said they'll go 5-0, I mean 0-5. So yeah, just it was hard to play in some rounds because we just lost control on long, and we lost so many like clutch situations, especially on first map on T side as well.
Well, I already asked this question to Heroic, and I want to ask you because you already got to play against EG and against Complexity. Do you think Complexity is the better NA team than EG?
No, of course no. I mean, EG is much better with their firepower. But in terms of strategies and gameplay and like meta, I think complexity on step ahead.
They're a step ahead. Well, the thing is, like, during the previous series, we actually had Glaive as one of the casters, and he said that we should expect to see Boomich tomorrow here. Is that true?
Yeah. He did negative test, so right now we are booking flight for him. So hopefully he will arrive soon.
But that doesn't mean that Hetrick will be like out, or like he'll stay here, like just in case, like if something happens.
Yeah, he'll probably stay here like JKS stayed with Rain on Katowice. So if anything bad happens, he will always come and win with us, because with him we didn't lose any map.
That is true. You didn't lose a single map. Okay, thank you very much, Simple.
This just in, hot off the Simple Heku news press. Fully confirmed, Boomich is back starting tomorrow.
Big Boom back in the house. And
that's exciting. You know, Hetrick did his job, but Boomich coming back with how Na'Vi have been playing, I think it's only going to get better.
Look, I mean, if you look at both the games that happened here today, and Simple scene was a lot of miscomms and whatnot happening, it wouldn't have happened if Boomich was there. It's not about a firepower that Hetrick brings in. Like, Hetrick can't really pop those heads. It's more about, you need an IGL. You always need an IGL in your team, Paolo.
Maui, if you were my IGL, I wouldn't listen to you. Over to you in the studio. So, Maui, what are your thoughts on Boomich returning to Na'Vi?
What? Okay. I mean, obviously, that's great. That's great for Na'Vi, because you could see sometimes the rotations for Hetrick were just a little bit slow. And even though he does possess a lot of skill, Paula, I think that really what Boomich brings is not only just the in-game leading almost is just it's a benefit to the fact that he's going to be a little bit better in terms of their team structure. Sometimes Hetrick just kind of wasn't quite ready for certain situations because he had to play some different roles than what he was used to on the academy roster, and every player that's kind of making the huge leap up to tier 1 has some growing pains.
All right. There we have it, Na'Vi 2-0 over Complexity, the return of the Boom tomorrow. Can't wait for that. Let's take a look at where Group D stands. Heroic and Na'Vi up at the top 3-0. Yes, as established, both teams have confirmed that they will be going to the playoffs, retaining a top 3 position in the group. Astralis 2-1 underneath, a go 1-2, and then Complexity and Evil Geniuses at the bottom 0-3. No pun intended, there are some complex scenarios with regards to Complexity's chances to still progress. But EG, they are confirmed to be bottom 3 and won't be progressing.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I actually wanted to just talk about what Simple said.
Yes,
like,
I want to hear that.
Yeah, he's like, Complexity... EG have the better individuals, and compared to Complexity, when Complexity are the better team, and they have have a better understanding of the current meta and everything. I don't know about that. I mean, they have major winners.
I don't know either. I don't know. I can't really entirely buy that from Simple. I think the strategies are better for Complexity. I think their T sides.
Yeah, everything else is correct.
Yeah, but I think, Blay, if we go player for player, which a lot of people like to do on various forums to compare teams, I think that you're usually going to see that the Complexity player is a little bit better right now than the EG counterpart, with the exception of maybe Cirque. I think Cirque's probably better right now. And I think from what we've seen in this group stage, Breeze might be better than Grim. Other than that, I'd probably take every Complexity player at present.
Like JT as an IGL who is calling better than EGL right now.
Yes.
He's out fragging.
Putting much better T-sides together.
Absolutely.
Than EG is.
So surprising from Simple. I usually agree with him 100%.
Yeah, and then Floppy and Fang, I think those guys are better than, I guess you would say, Russian Automatic, maybe?
Anyone on that team.
Yeah, honestly. They would be the best 2 riflers of all of this.
There we go, Paula.
I love it, guys. I just love being here with both of you, And with that...
We appreciate you too, man.
Thanks, man.
We like you, bro.
With that being said, let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule. Saturday,
Thanks, Paul.
we're going to get that up on screen here. We're going to start off the day with Heroic versus Go, 12:30, 4 p.m. Complexity versus EG, and then we'll finish off the day, 7:30 p.m. CET, Astralis versus Na'Vi.
Spicy.
Yeah, we'll be back. Hashtag the night shift. Sometimes we're best buds, sometimes we're at arms, but at the end of the day, we're together.
We're together.
Always. Hashtag the night shift. Final words, Blair? Final words, Maui?
I think fantastic final week of the group stage. I'm looking forward to more action here. We still have a weekend remaining, guys. It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody, you know that song, Paula? You know that song. You know that song, Paula. Gotta get down Friday. You know it. You know that song. Sing it.
See you later, everybody.
You know it.
Gonna get down on Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everybody watching the show. We love you.
Let's go.
Through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go.